everybody, welcome to Sparkle and Chill. Today I'm going to unbox an amazing find that I've seen for a while, but it wasn't available, and I kept looking, and one day it popped up on my screen as being available and I snagged it. And it took a few weeks for it to come because it wasn't actually available yet, but you could pre-order it, so I did. Anyways, this is my sweet Gracie. Wasn't she beautiful? She was the sweetest little bunny, and she was a naughty little thing, but I loved her. All right, keep watching. The best. Here we go. Good morning, welcome to Sparkle and Chill. Today I have a great unboxing for you. I have been waiting for this painting to arrive for a little while now. Take these off because they're glare. I used to have the sweetest little bunny. Her name was Gracie, and her and Sophie were sort of friends. There was a love-hate relationship. The bunny loved the dog wasn't quite so sure. Anyways, I kept seeing this, okay? I kept seeing this on Amazon when I would go to the DAC page. I kept seeing this and I'm like, where is it? I couldn't find it. I kept looking for it, and it wasn't popping up. And I'm like, why do they keep showing this if I can't have it? Right? I was really frustrated. So I don't know if this is an old painting that was re-released or if it's a new painting and they were just teasing me with it for a while, but I got it. It finally came. Ta-da! It's called Fairy Bunny. Is that not cute? So I showed a picture in the beginning of the video of my Gracie, and this looks very similar, except my Gracie had bigger ears and was really big. She got to be quite large. Anyways, let's unbox this and see how it is. Okay, like I said, I am really excited about this one. And these boxes, and I opened this, but I didn't actually, oh no, I didn't open this one. I opened a different one. Okay, let's see. I opened it the other one. So let's start. First off, if you have never gotten a kit from DAC or Diamond Art Club, comes with, and my room in here is pretty dark, the twist and pick pen. These are really great. I love them. And I use them on everything. Stay put. The smaller tray comes also with my timer to put my eye drops in. Comes with a smaller, or a 7-placer, a heart paddle axe. And I'm going to pause for a minute and go do my eye drop or I'll forget. Okay, we're back. I know that was just a second for you, but I was going to forget to do that, so I set the timer knowing I was going to forget to do it. I have to take 2 eye drops in the morning and 2 at night, and they're 10 minutes apart, and if I don't set a timer, I forget. There's a second paddle wax for the pen, and I gotta say, I love this wax. They have one, I think in the beginning they were doing the putty, and every once in a while I get a kit with the putty, and I don't really care for the putty, so I give that to a friend. And, oops. Well, that was good. I just dropped the baggies. This comes with 15 baggies, and I don't think I'm gonna, here, let me see. Voila! And it comes with 15 baggies, which I hold on to them because Sometimes I get down, certain ones I save, certain drills I save, others I don't, but these come in handy for a lot of things. So that is the toolkit, and this is the standard toolkit that comes with every DAC purchase. I love these trays. This is the smaller one. The larger ones come in the larger paintings. Okay, now on to the good part. Okay. This, if you are buying off of Amazon, there's this little code you're supposed to scan, but you can also just go online and register your painting so that they know that you have it. That'll keep your warranty. You need to do that within 30 days of ordering your kit. So I've started when I order them. I just go ahead and register them the day I order them because that way they're covered. And let's see. Let's move the box over here. What did we get in here? What color is that? I put my eyes back on. Oh, it is a bronze. I love these little cards. Oh. Even if I only ever get bronze, I just love these little cards. I'm going to buy a little card keeper for them because they're just kind of a nice little added touch that DAC does. And they're, as you can see, they're what's that word? Iridescent. And then, let's see, here's the sticker book. My glasses are fogging up because I put eye drops in. There are 41 colors. And let's see, it looks like, let me look at the box because I can never tell. 41 colors, including 3 Aurora Borealises, a total of 16,965 diamonds, and this is a full diamond coverage area, so it's a full drill. And I love this. It gives you the sticker. This is the diamond is a sticker. Fairy bunny is a sticker. All of that comes out, and it's basically a big sticker sheet. These you can use to mark your bottles, and I love that they go ahead and they give you all the other ones that are numbered. I wish that sometimes that they would be, but you can cut those numbers off and make them whatever number you want. But it gives you your sticker for your can I get my brain working this early in the morning? It gives you your sticker for your logbook and, you know, your start date, end date for when you started it. Okay, so I'm going to stick these things back in here so I don't lose them. And actually, I'm going to hold this one out. I'll hold these out once I've shown them so that I know which ones I've shown. If they don't have a card in it, I know they're in my thing of ones that I've already done. I'm going to put this in the box so I don't lose it. Now let's get to the fun part. I'm so excited about this. Like I said, I saw this painting a while ago. I kept seeing it on the DAC site on Amazon, and I kept saying, I really want this. Hold on. Sorry about that. One more interruption. I've been waiting for a phone call, and it decided to, my phone decided to ring right in the middle of this. And I don't think it was the right call, so I did not answer it. Let's get back to this, shall we? Okay. So, drum roll. I'm so excited for this one. Oh, I'm gonna have to, let me roll it backwards. Whoops, so that we can see it better. Okay. Now this is a poured poured glue, so this is okay to do. If you have a painting that has like a white paper over the top of it, do not do this, because that will cause problems for you. Isn't she pretty? It looks really so much like my Gracie. Gracie was so sweet, and she was just starting to come around to where she was deciding she wanted to be around me. I think she was about, let's see, I got her in February, April, May, June, July. She was about 6 months old, because I think she was about 8 weeks old when I got her. And I'm not quite sure what happened. There was an incident with the dog, which had happened once before, where they kind of got into it, because Gracie was circling her. And Sophie just was not happy about it. And so she snapped one day, and she didn't hurt her, but she got a little bit of fur in her mouth from the bunny, because she was trying to get it to stop. The bunny just wanted to play with her, but I found out later that that's kind of a mating thing that they do, where they start circling. And a couple nights later, it happened again, and they got into a little scuffle. But everything looked fine. And then she also would escape from her pen at night, and she destroyed, she pulled all the stuffing out of one of the cushions in my couch. It was pretty funny, actually. I woke up and I'm like, what? So my thought is either her interaction with the dog was more severe than I thought, or she ingested some of the stuffing that she pulled out of the sofa. Either way, when I woke up in the morning, she was gone, and it was so sad. And so, but she was so fun. At night, I would open up her pen door, and she would run circles around the dog, and she would run and jump up onto the back end of the couch and sit up there. And she was kind of afraid. She didn't like to be picked up, but she loved to be petted in the morning. In the morning, I would come out of my room, and her pen was set up just outside, and she'd come running for little head scratches. So she was definitely loving interaction, but she didn't want to be picked up. And she had just started like jumping up into my lap at night for just a couple minutes, and then she'd jump down. And then, you know, the terrible thing happened. But she was quite feral. The people I got her from, I can't believe it, they're like backyard breeders, and they had these poor little bunnies out in a chicken coop with chickens. I don't understand people. But they had brought all of them in for me to see when I called them, and I didn't know that that was the situation they were in, and I ended up bringing her home. But I'm so excited to do this. It's kind of a, yeah, I'm just so excited. So let's look at the drills. I'm going to put my down memory lane here. I won't be getting another bunny, needless to say. Both Sophie and Gracie are gone, and right now I'm the bird lady. I've always had animals. I can't not have animals. Oh, look at all of these colors. And I'm sorry it's a little dark in here, but I still have to get the light fixed. And I haven't gotten around to get, ooh, look at these. 327s. That's a really pretty purple. I'm sure this might be the background. Let's see here. Okay, let's do the small strand first. We'll start at the end instead of the beginning. Okay, that's a fairy dust. The 100s. Or an aurora borealis, not fairy dust, it's an aurora borealis. just a few, 3 tens. The other day, I was working on my potted succulents, and it came with about that many of the black ones, of the 310s as well. And somehow I dropped the whole thing on the floor. And at that point, I was really thankful that I had run out of 310s on my Bird of Joy, because I had reached out to DAC and they sent me another pack of it. And they sent me a packet about this big, and I didn't really need that many. I only needed like 10 more diamonds. But when I dumped all of the 310s on my potted succulent, I'm like, oh, I just finished that other one and I've got like half a bottle left. So I went and poured those into the succulent thing. So I was so happy to have those. I'm like, oh, I don't have to call and say I just dumped a whole bottle of drills on the floor. And I don't have to try to save these. I can just vacuum them up. But oh, I love all these purples and pinks. My favorite color is purple. So purples and pinks are always fun to see in any kit. And I saw this and I just loved the, you know, the gray bunny and the purple hues. So those are the drills. This is my, I'll leave that there for a second. So this is my Gracie bunny that I get to do. So let me set this aside here in a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I know that was just a couple seconds for you, but this next one that I'm going to unbox, I'm really excited about, because it's a Christmas one. I had originally already made a video on this, but somewhere along the line it just didn't get posted, so I'm just going to redo it. So this has been opened and unboxed, but unfortunately you didn't see it. So this is Frosty the Snowman. And I found this after, I can't remember who it was that found these on HSN, I think it was. And I ordered a couple different ones at this time, a few different Christmas things. And this just reminds me of my childhood, because Frosty the Snowman was something that during the 70s we had an oil embargo or oil shortage or something. So the gas, let me get this stuff out of the way. There was a gas shortage going on, and I only remember it because, oops, I didn't get this back into the bunny one. I only remember it because we had to sit in the car for a long period of time, sometimes waiting for at the gas station, because they had it set up where odd or even numbers on your tags allowed you to get gas. It was kind of a weird system that they had. And we were waiting for gas, and back in the day, they used to sell all sorts of weird things at gas stations. And they had these almost like a clothesline thing going up across the an area in at the gas station. And on it they had hanging all of these blow up plastic Christmas figurines. You know, they were just made of, you know, plastic, you know, much like you would find in a pool floaty, but they were shaped as different animals and stuff. And there was one that was a Frosty the Snowman holding a broom. And I don't know if my mom bought it or my uncle bought it. Somebody bought it. And it got blown up that year. And I was probably about 4 years old. And every year, at the end of Christmas, we deflated it, and it just stood by the tree. And then every year from that point on, we would pull that out with all the Christmas stuff, blow it up, and set it next to the tree. It sort of became a tradition. And I think it was my freshman year in high school when we got all the Christmas stuff out, and Frosty had a hole in it. I'm not sure what happened. Probably, just over time. Because, it was just an old, blow-up toy. And I was so sad. I was like, Frosty's gone. My mom's like, Kimberly, it's probably served its purpose. It's lived its life, But it was still kind of sad to me because it was a tradition. It was a silly tradition, but we always had it. We always had it every year because it was there. So anyways, I saw this and I had to get it. So let's see, and I'm going to start working on this one, I think, when I get done with my other things. Let's do the old roll it around so I can get it to lay flat. Now you don't have to do this with DAC ones, but it does help if you're trying to show it or if you want it to flatten out a little sooner. But they will flatten out. I'm not going to, pull the thing back and do what I would normally do to flatten it out more because this space isn't very good for it. And I don't want to risk accidentally having this flip on me. But this is a 13 by 16, so it's quite large. I usually do, this is a 32 by 40. This looks like it's more, what are they, 30 by 40s, what I usually get? Yeah, 30 or 40 by 30s. So this is just a little bit, this looks bigger than the normal 30 by 40s. So it's 32.8, 40.9. So it is a little bit bigger, but it seems a lot bigger. Let me see. It seems a lot bigger. Than the normal 30 by 40s, which is only just a little bit bigger. It's only a couple inches bigger, but it feels like a lot more. Let me see. Oh, I was going to pull this down, but I don't necessarily want to pull that down. But it seems a lot bigger than it says it is, because it would just be like 2 inches or 2, it says only 2 centimeters, but I'm not believing that. This must be a true to size, and what I normally do, it's usually just the canvas part. Yeah, because that's a bit bigger. I think that's the case. I don't know. Hold on a second. I'm going to go get I'm going to go get a 30 by 40 and put it on top of it so we can see. Here is my standard 30 by 40. So this is bigger. And I think what it is normally they fit these margins in. I don't have a tape measure nearby where I would measure, but this is your standard 30 by 40. And this is only supposed to be a 32 by 40.9. And you can see that the 30 by 40s that we normally get are probably not true measurements of the painting. It's including the margins. And this looks like it is, the painting itself is that, because you've got like 2.8 inches on this side. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's interesting to me. So this is what a 30 by 40, 32 by 40. So it's just a little bit bigger. But isn't it cute? It even says Frosty the Snowman. I'm kind of excited about doing this. It's going to be pretty straightforward. It's a lot of color blocking. There's not really any confetti. I mean, a couple areas where you've got a little bit of variation, but for the most part, I think this is going to go very quickly. It is, however, a square, I believe. I believe it is a square diamond, although it shows round. Oh, it's a round. It's in a blue box, but it's a round, which is very unusual. Usually all of the squares are a blue box, but this is a round. So I guess you do gotta even be careful with this. But it does show a circle here, and it shows it right there. But normally when you see a blue box and it's a DAC, it would be a square drill. So I think it would have been nicer as a square drill, but I think it's going to be just fine. And it's going to go really fast. I mean, just because it's going to be a lot of color blocking. Now, these do have the little perforated things. I don't use those because I have birds. And because of having the birds, they fly around my house. They've never done a mistake over any of my paintings, but there's always the chance that it could happen because they do fly around, and occasionally they let loose. Not very often. Mostly they're over their cage or over their play area, which I have liners on the floor. I use puppy pads underneath their play place so that if they do make a mess, it's not a big deal. Let me look at these. Oh, let me look at this. Are there any? So yeah, see the color, there's only 12 colors, including one Aurora Borealis. I'm assuming that's going to be the white, but let's see. Yeah, the white. I believe it's no, that's, let's see, what is the, okay, that's the dot. Yeah, it's, that's not it though. It's the red. The red is the 103. That's the Aurora Borealis. And I think the 4 is the true green, or true green, true red. So let's just go over these because there's not really very many. A little tiny bit of, but I mean, it's a lot of the same. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat there. Some green, Christmas green and red. Some more green. And I figure there's 2 of the 3865. That's going to be the snow color. And then the blue. There are 3 bags of that blue, and I believe that's the outer portion of it. And then the dark blue, which I think is in the lettering down here in this tree right there. So I mean, it's cartoonish, so it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be difficult. Like I said, it's just going to be a lot of color blocking, which means the multi-placer will come in, and it should make this fairly quick to do. Also has the same toolkit that I showed before, so I'm not going to open that. And yeah, so this is my my little haul, if you could call it that. My little unboxing of Diamond Art Club. Both of these, well, one was bought on Amazon. The little, and that was called the Fairy Bunny. I don't think I said that when I did this one. It's called Fairy Bunny by Rita Konya, Konya. And that's a 13 by 16. So it's also a 32 by 40. This one's 40.9 or 40.6. So this one's a 13 by 16. This one's a 13 by 16. So these are the same size. Anyways, I don't know that you can still find these on HSN. When I got them, they were limited. When I put it in my cart, it was like, this is, you know, risk of sellout kind of thing. And it was a few months ago that I ordered this. I've just been waiting to unbox it because I wanted to do it closer to when I would start working on it. I'm thinking I have 2 paintings going right now. My irises and my potted succulents. I didn't get to working on the potted succulents enough. Last night I did, to where I'm about halfway done. Maybe a little more than halfway done. So I'm going to keep working on that today. My hope is that by this weekend that one's done, and then I can concentrate on the irises. And then once those are done, I'm going to switch gears into Christmas because I had bought a bunch of stuff to do for Christmas in July, and then for whatever reason, I just couldn't get into Christmas in July. It was just the wrong time to be focusing on Christmas, and I couldn't get into it. So, I think probably by next week, I'm going to be starting my new job, but I think I'm going to start working. If I've got the irises done, I'm going to start working on Christmas. But if I don't, I might box or kit this up and start working on it. Or I might start working on the bunny. But I'm thinking I want to get Christmas stuff done and then work on the bunny, you know, after I get a lot of my Christmas stuff done. Because I bought, at the same time I bought this, I bought a bunch of other Christmas stuff. You've seen the coasters, and I did finish those. And then I bought a kit that had a stocking and some ornaments and a card and some other things. And I've got the ornaments done. And I've got something else out of that kit done. I can't remember. It also came with stickers. And so I want to start working on that stuff as well, because I'm going to use that stuff for Christmas presents. And then I got a couple signs and different things like that. And then I do want to do one that I got, and I need to figure out where I put it. It's in my stash of a Christmas tree. It's just a Christmas tree. Just to have up on the wall, because my apartment is so tiny, I don't really have room for a Christmas tree, but I'd kind of like to put something up. And if I could get a Christmas tree done and then take it to Hobby Lobby and get it dry mounted, I could have it hung up above the mantelpiece and have at least have a Christmas tree up, and I think that would be nice. Hey, so almost forgot this. I was putting the Frosty back in its box, and I found the thank you packet. Now, these are older kits, so they don't come with the Treasure Quest cards, but they do come with the stickers. So, you get the Frosty the Snowman sticker, start date for your logbook, and then the stickers for kitting up your things. I love this. When I first, you know, I had just done budget kits for the longest time before I ever ordered any premium kits. And the first premium kit I did was a diamond dots, or it was a butterfly, the rainbow butterfly one that I have on my cover on my YouTube channel. That one, I think it's Art Dot, or I think it is Art Dot, and it came with stickers, and I loved it. I was like, oh, this is so cool for kitting up. And then I just kept doing budget kits, and they don't come with stickers usually. You have to make your own. And so when I started getting some of these diamond art ones, I was like, Diamond Art Club ones, I was like, oh, it's so cool that they come with the stickers. And so I really, this is a real time saver, you know, when it comes to doing your, you know, kitting up. But anyways, I had forgotten to show this somehow. This one's a little bit different. This also does have a coupon, one of those little QR codes. And this is only for your first purchase on your app. I haven't done that one yet. I've done the other ones, but I haven't done my first one on the app. So I'm going to have to do that eventually. My next purchase probably for DAC is going to be the Cyber Monday and Black Friday one, because I hear they usually do a pretty good discount during that time frame. And I don't buy anything at full price if I can help it. Hey, thanks for watching. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you aren't a member. And ring the bell. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.